What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Cjthecheesedj here, and we are back with another Total Warhammer video for you guys today. And today, guys, we are playing as the Stoic Barbarians, the Norscans, and we are versing pretty much what they were designed to hunt, the Lizardmen. Now, these beastie boys are very few in number, but they are very, very big and very, very scary. So guys, let's briefly go over the armies here, and then we'll jump into the match. So guys, we are playing as Norsca. We've got two groups of the Skin Wolves. These are the unarmored variants, main reason being because I wanted them to be fast, so they could chase down any dinos or anything like that. We then also have two groups of the Horsemasters, as well as Norscan Ice Wolves, out on each flank. You can see those guys there. We have a front line of Marauders with great weapons, 4 of those big boys in reserve behind them. We then also have two groups of the Marauder Spearmen. Main reason being we've just gone for an anti-large build because a lot of the Lizardmen army and roster is obviously large dinosaurs. And in reserve in the rear, we've got 3 groups of the Marauder Hunters Javelins. These guys anti-large, decent melee combatant. We're not going to be using them for melee, that's for sure. We then also have Wulfric in on his horse, ready to duel. Main reason I didn't put him on the Mammoth because if he brought like Nakai or say Gorok, we wanted a good duelist that could face down these guys, and he's not as good as a duelist on his Mammoth. We then also have a Shaman Sorcerer of Metal with Final Transmutation, and that is pretty much the only spell I believe we use. Transmutation of Lead and Plague of Rust. So negative 30 army, which is really good. Negative 30 armor, which is really good for the Lizardmen, and the Transmutation of Lead as well, which is really solid for him. And as for my opponent's forces, you guys can see we were like, oh, is this all he's brought? This little tiny little group up here. So he's got 2 groups of Croxagors. He's got two Feral Stegodons, a Feral Bastillodon, and a Stegodon with the artillery piece on its back. Up in the skies, he also has 4 groups of Ripidactyl Riders, as well as Tehenawon, I believe, or Tic-Tac-Toe. Tic-Tac-Toe. So yeah, Tic-Tac-Toe up on his Ripidactyl as well. So yeah, guys, let's get this match underway. It's going to be an intense one. The terrain's a little bit different, and a lot of the skirmishing happens in the forest. Right now, though, we were trying to bring our Horsemasters up just to try and poke the big dinosaurs on the top of the mountain. Because our Horsemasters, they've got a little bit of range. They've got missile damage. You know, just to annoy them, just to prod them. Main reason we brought the Ice Wolves as well is because of their Frostbite. If any enemy dinosaurs trying to get away, especially because I knew he was going to bring the Ripidactyl Riders, I was like, bring these guys down. They can sort of slow down the Ripidactyl Riders, help us try and close that gap as well to help shut them down. Now, right now, the Horsemasters, are these guys even firing? Do you guys want to fire anything? They're literally like lobbing a spear at a time. Oh, there we go. Straight into the Croxagors, and do you guys just see that? Literally, all the spears just bounced off them. That was hilarious. So we've got those guys firing in on there. Any extra damage will do, though. And you can see the Ripidactyl Riders are coming in for the Alpha Strike. We do screen out as best as we can. Screen out our Skin Wolves with the anti-large and get our Javelins behind the Skin Wolves to try and intercept. But due to my opponent having, obviously, the aerial superiority, it's a lot harder for us to try and engage, because he will be able to choose the engagements when he sees fit. And you can see that the Ripidactyl Riders are coming down on the Horsemasters, which isn't too big of a problem. We do try and move our Skin Wolves up. They are very fast. I think they're actually faster than the Ripidactyl. No, they're not. 15 slower. And yeah, you can see my opponent slowly moves them up. We do try to pull our Ice Wolves out of there because they're obviously just going to get destroyed by them. And yeah, we're just kind of hunkering down, trying to maneuver our Javelins around to try and poke them out. And you can see we kind of make not much of a screen. We just try to get these guys behind our lines so that the Marauders with great weapons do engage the Croxagors, because they will put up a slightly better fight against the Croxagors than the Horsemasters. But you can see we're here now. Wulfric is engaged in these Ripidactyls. We do get the Spearmen to engage as well. And you can see we pop Plague of Rust as well on the Ripidactyl Riders just to try and deal with them as fast as possible. Javelins get spun around to fire in. And already my opponent has pretty much lost one group of the Ripidactyl Riders. These guys are just sitting up in the air, letting these guys poke at them. And the big dinos are coming in. They are plowing through our forces. Look at that. That is absolutely brutal. Ripidactyl Riders plowing through there as well. It's not a very good time for the Marauders down there. Kroxigors over there are doing a decent job. We do pop Seafang and get him to go through. Kind of a misplay from me. I was trying to turn it around and I just didn't do it in time. But we do pop Final Transmutation, hit 2 groups of Kroxigors. I believe we hit the Feral Stegodon and the Feral Bastiladon as well. But Tic-Tac-Toe is coming in. He's trying to deal with the Sorcerer. I don't think he's going to do very well. And I'm pretty sure we do bring Wulfric over as well at this stage. Did we pop something on him? Yeah, we do. Hunter of Champions, because we are trying to bring Wulfric over, and Wulfric's right over here. But he does bring in some more Ripidactyl Riders to try and deal with the Shaman Sorcerer. But Wulfric is engaged with the Kroxigors right there. There he is. He's coming through. He's going to try and get the dunk on Tic-Tac-Toe. He will easily be able to take on Tic-Tac-Toe. Tic-Tac-Toe is about half health. Wulfric popping Sword of Torgold as well. 90% weapon damage. That takes us up to what? 900? 600, 778 at the moment. And you can see the Shaman Sorcerer breaks. And Tic-Tac-Toe does manage to briefly get away. But so far, so good. The balance of power is in our favor. We have shot down 2 groups of Ripidactyl Riders, as well as routing a group of Kroxigors. And the Feral Stegodon is on low health. And our units are relatively solid. We've still got 2 groups of Skinwolves on full health. Bringing these guys over to help Wulfric out with the Ripidactyls and to shut down the Kroxigors. You can see things aren't looking too good for the Kroxigors over here. They're pretty much gone. The Ice Wolves are engaged with the Ripidactyl Riders, but that's fine. They will get frostbitten as well. And the Javelins are going to fight Tic-Tac-Toe. But we're quick to jump on it. Wulfric coming in. He's going to be swinging his juicy, juicy sword, trying to take Tic-Tac-Toe out. And you can see that, just like that, the battle does end, managing a victory, which is really good considering we had lost the majority of our previous fights. And I don't really know why. I think my opponent might have just conceded there. But nonetheless, it was a really good match. The Stegodon did manage to take out 85 units, which I do believe was like the Horse Masters, because majority of our units are pretty healthy. But yeah, guys, Wulfric coming in. I love using Wulfric. He's just such a good duelist. And yeah, that's going to wrap up the video for today, guys. So leave a like down below if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe as well. And comment, guys, if you are enjoying these as well. But on that, guys, thanks very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. This soul